All right, I'm here with Ryan Miller from Pure Logic. Thanks for joining me, Ryan. We're talking about our integrations. So people call it Record Link. It's one of the DrDDS brands, and we are Dentrix and Eaglesoft. We're actually their only integration partner. So I always said we're their favorite or we're their only certified because we are both of those as well. But we're in fact their only integration partner. And we've had a lot of success in building bridges. You know, a lot of these companies struggle going back and forth trying to build their own bridge, whether you decide to build it internally or there's really is only one other competitor, a company called Sika Software, but Sika
Yeah.
acts as a middleware, which is very slow to communicate and breaks down. They don't have the amount of customers. You know, I don't want to talk about them. You know, we've replaced them quite a bit lately. So I'm not a big fan of competition bashing, right? So it's one to take a look at. Their model is the complete opposite of our model. Our model is it's a one-time cost. We build it for you one time, hold your hand through the whole thing, and we basically want to enable you to own it, run it, and everything yourself, right? So there's no monthly fees. The only thing you have to do is join the developer program, get your API key through them. I mean, we've gotten some of these integrations up in the span of a weekend where it would take you 6 months to internally build it, right? And so, you know, we got 100% referenceable customers. Lots of different people use us. We sign up about a new customer every week, and most people use pretty much all of our integrations because what we do, the way we've priced it is the first time it's $15,000. So one-time fee of only 15,000. We can break it up into two payments if we need to do that as well. But most people buy almost all of our integrations because of the fact that when you add another integration after that, it's only $5,000 to add another one. So if you wanted to buy Dentrix and Eaglesoft and Opendental, it'd be 15, 5, and 5, so it'd be 25 total. We also have something called the Dentrix button, which gives us access to the toolbar right inside of Dentrix. So if you go to Dentrix button, that's one to take a look at for you from as being a calling system, being able to open up your integration or some sort of window right from inside the toolbar in Dentrix. So, you know, that type of thing it's a neat little functionality. Teledentix just bought it last week. They're a telehealth, teledentistry platform because they want to be able to open up their app from right inside of a patient record in Dentrix. So what we do is, it's really different, right? So very well documented. If you go to the Integrate Dental page here on DrDDS, you'll see there is a ton of documentation, right? So when you talk to our customers, a couple testimonials on this page of people basically saying this is the best, most documented integration that they've seen. Both of these are actually Sika replacements, Golden Proportions and Swell. And again, lots of customers here that use this. There's an overview on the page here, which is kind of what I'm giving you now. And then the one thing that a lot of people look at is what are the fields that I can integrate with? So under this integration data field category, go to fields available, and it'll bring up a Google Doc of all the different fields that are read and write capable. And we're actually always adding new ones here as well. So this is a constantly evolving sheet here. The beauty of how we've architected this is it's really built as a community of developers, right? So we have a shared Slack channel of all of our customers. You can see here, we've got about 39 members, some really big names here, right, of different companies that use the integrations. And then what we do is if you have a specific issue, and that's the general kind of communication, we really help move the industry forward in this integration area. And if you have a question that's specific to you, then we have a smaller Slack channel where you can communicate directly with the developers. My developer is the guy that actually built the Dentrix developer program. So we kind of have a next level type of integration. And what we do is we share the source code repository with you in Bitbucket as well. So like we'll go into Dentrix here. What we do is we actually add you to the repository. So this is about, call it about $100,000 and about 3 to 5 years of work that's gone into building this. It's not the building it once to get it working. Basically, it's the little things that come up along the way that we've fixed as we bring in a new customer. And so what we do is we just give you access to the code repository or your developers. They can branch the code off and basically license the entire code base there. So it's a much different route to go. It's basically for people that understand you may spend just a tiny bit more upfront, but your cost savings over the long period of time. I had one customer say that we saved them $300,000 by using our product versus the Seeker software that they were using. So there's more information here under more info. There's quite a bit of documentation on the integration, the API, loads of documentation. What we need to know is what your API key is from Dentrix and Eaglesoft. Opendental, you don't need an API key, but with Dentrix and Eaglesoft and the others, what fields do you want to synchronize and how often do you want to synchronize? And that's it. And then we'll show you how to install it in the various practice management systems. This stuff is very well organized.
It's not per solution. What you're saying is that you guys give us access to the entire API portfolio within Dentrix, and if we want to access appointments, and and you guys have already built out a reminder call.
Correct.
That we use, and
yeah.
Is that how it works, or do we?
We just build the data point. So we build the installer for you, and what we need to build this installer that goes on the server. Let's just use Dentrix on the server. You have to remote in. This is the way every customer is. Everybody has to do this with their even demand force. All the different products out there. They install the syncer, sends the data up to the endpoint. And basically what we're doing is building that bridge. What you do with it once it hits your endpoint is kind of up to you, but we build the connector, we build the installer. Like I said, we can build that in the span of just a couple of days and you're up and running. Out of this, what's in this installer is basically what's the endpoint we're sending it to, what's the API key, what fields am I sending over and how often. The what fields am I sending over piece is kind of, that's a conversation that you need to look at internally. What we found in doing this so many times is you also want to minimize the amount of data that's coming over and minimize how often, because it hits their servers, it hits your servers. I mean, we've had to add multiple servers to our application just for managing the integration, the data coming in, to be able to manage, how much processing power that needs.
So, okay, and so you guys are, all right, so we own, how do you download the app? Are you guys using like, where do you store the app at? Do you guys store it like in?
Yeah,
like,
so once we've built the installer for you, once we built the MSI file, I'll just kind of share with you the record link one, right? We keep it in multiple places, but it's up to you on where you want to keep it. This is where ours is for some of our products. We also have different flavors of it for the different products. We build a lot of custom software, right? So we use our syncer across the products. Ours comes into a single platform, and basically what we do, it's an MSI file that goes in, and you do this. You basically install this right on the server, right? So you need to be logged in as the admin. You need to have the Dentrix passphrase, and you need to have all they need to know is what's the credentials for your system, so because you're connecting via a GUID key. And then on your side, from a development perspective, your team will understand that part, right? It's basically a GUID key that gets created when you turn on the sync or the integration on your side. So does that make sense?
Yeah, it totally makes sense. So cool. So you're going to send me this video, right?
Yeah, I'll send you this video. Absolutely.
I'm going to share with Anna, who does our development. And she's gonna, she's obviously gonna be geeked out about this. She loves this shit.
Oh yeah.
So we'll.
Yeah, let me just show you one more thing. Just kind of, I'm a visual person, right? So this is what we do in one of our products. We have an electronic insurance verification product called Verify.
Yeah, I saw this.
And this is a per location. So if you have multiple locations, the way you have to go about doing this is basically you have to create this would be in your system, right? They'll say we add a new location. And so you've added a location. You don't have to require all this detail. This is kind of up to you. All you need to know is where that multiple locations may be. And then you go in here to the integration section, what you would create. And if it's Dentrix, Eaglesoft, Opendental, you would just say connect here. and basically that turns on the back end integration. You can add an account and you can do it per location. So we can have multiple, in our case, multiple instances of Dentrix all coming into a single platform based on the GUID key that's created. So that's it. So that's really, you find the location where it is. I'll show you in one of our other applications what it looks like as well, because inside of, and it's all the same thing. It's all just how you want the UI to look. With dental practices, you want to keep it really simple. We have a very detailed kind of step-by-step guide for our one-click referral, our Verident, and our RecordLink products that steps them through the setup process of that sync, right? In this case, it's under integrations. We have a little bit more information like instructions for setting up the integration, download the sync right here, download the Dentrix button, schedule your integration. Here's the connector ID that in this case we choose to show. I don't suggest you do that because you don't really need that other than on the back end, on the system side. But, so this part is up to you of how you deliver it, but all we need is this key that connects to a username and then send that over. And basically the instructions, the setup process is simple, right? You first would have to create an account in your system. You'd have to log into your system, turn on the location in your system if you want to tie it to multiple locations. In that case, this is where our piece starts. And then with the Dentrix side on the server setup, you download the sync. You need the passphrase, you need your username to the Pure Logic platform in this case, and that's it. We use a tool to remote in called SplashTop, and SplashTop is just there's all kinds of different tools. There's TeamViewer and things like that. We use SplashTop and suggest SplashTop because it's a HIPAA compliant way to do that. And basically you'll just have the server, you remote in on your behalf, then you'll download the installer, and you need to be logged into their server as the admin. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory, right?
Yeah. So that it is, and that helps out a ton. And
Great.
When I look at your and outside of the actual installer helping us build that link, the installer, if we need additional support with any kind of development, do you guys have?
So that's probably one of the best things about this whole program is we literally hold your hand through the whole process, right? So it actually comes with, I actually need to probably adjust this, but right now it comes with 20 hours of development help on our side. And so basically, and I'll create I'll send you a sample of the contract. It's pretty straightforward. It basically just allows you to, I'll just use the one that we already have here. The contract's pretty straightforward. So we kind of walk you through the whole thing. Are you interested in Dentrix, Eaglesoft, Opendental, all four?
Yeah, it'd be those three, right?
Those three, okay.
But we only want to eat this elephant one bite at a time.
Yeah.
So we start with Dentrix and then Eaglesoft and then Opendental.
Okay. Yeah, this is one that we just did for a new company called Gargle. So I'll take this and just copy it over, add your name in here, and we're good to go. So yeah, we do this, all day long. We should sign up a couple more customers even today. And one thing I just wanted to show you in here in the contract, we also offer 100% money back guarantee. So, if you can't get into one of the developer programs, or, you can't get it to work on your side for some reason, we give you 100% money back guarantee. If you buy all four integrations, I can give you one of them for free. And so basically it's a real straightforward contract, comes with those 20 hours of consulting, and we'll walk you through the whole process. I'll actually send you a link after this to the onboarding process, which is also very simple and kind of pre-recorded. So
send me as much information as you can, and I'm gonna have I'll have Anna take a look at it.
Yeah.
I see that you guys have a whole host. You span the gamut here. Looks like you have a database list.
Yeah.
You do
Like I said, we're really considered an incubator, right? So we help people in different areas. We build partner programs for people. That's a great way to sell your product. That's a different conversation, man. I know exactly what you need to do because I've worked with all your competitors to help them launch their products, and I'm not going to use anything that's proprietary to them or anything like that. I'm very conscious of that type of thing with all my customers, but my expertise is there in working, helping launching over 150 products and across the different things. And honestly, I've made every mistake out there, and I just kind of learn from that and try and do it better the next time, right? So
Yeah. No, I love it. Let's so
all right, I'm gonna wrap up this recording, but this is good stuff. It's perfect.